Welcome back in the office today. I got here a little later than I would have preferred, but I think part of it is because when I went to Dunkin' this morning, like, it seemed like everybody was there. I'm like, dude, this is the... Who's this by? Oh, Becca Smashbox and Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And this is in the shade Dark. Not too much going on, you know, just working, seeing less people, not by choice. Really, it's that, I think it's the recession and people not going to therapy as much. So I just really need people to, you know, be less okay. But it seems to be profession wide. So I think most of my people are coming in today. Oh, you know what? I should have used that as a primer. One of my folks, I think I had them down for virtual, and they emailed me and they were like, I'm coming in. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. My bad for thinking you weren't. But I could have sworn that I did put them down as coming in, because on my electronic health record thing, if you put, like, when you schedule an appointment, you can decide, like, the location. So it could be virtual or it could be, like, it says Dr. B's office, and I had them down as virtual. So when they got their reminder, they were like, thought we discussed this. So this is the little quad magnetic thing palette, and I'm gonna go into this shade. When I do my weekly roundup, I'll tell you what shades these are. I wrote them down, and obviously they're on the back, but I can't remember. I think I'm just gonna do something fairly simple, especially since I'm late. There also isn't any, like, really interesting news going on, like, just besides all the terrible, horrific things happening. But I did see something that kind of made me upset. Apparently, South Carolina has $1,800,000,000 just in a bank, and they don't know where it came from. So that's how we're gonna do it. If I had money in the bank and I didn't know where it came from and it was that much, you better believe it will be seized by the IRS. They'll be like, this isn't yours. We're gonna go ahead and take it. So I feel like they should do the same thing for South Carolina. This isn't yours. We're gonna go ahead and just spread it around amongst the people. So I'm like, we need to move to South Carolina, y'all. I ain't never heard of that. $1 billion? A billion. Like, that seems significant. For some reason, when I was younger, I was like, oh, $1 million. Oh my God. But y'all, I feel like a million is nothing now. But a billion seems significant. I'm really curious as to what they're gonna do. I'm pretty sure some of that is mine. 100%. You know, check it out. Probably some student loan payments have gone there. I don't know why my student loan payments will go to South Carolina, but it's not the time to ask questions. $1 billion? I'm sorry, it's almost $2 billion. Is it? I mean, I guess you still need a bit more, but $1,800,000,000. Like, at first I was looking at the number and I'm like, that's not a million, that's $1 billion. So, yeah. Anyone in South Carolina? What if someone was like, oh, yeah, that's mine. That's hilarious. nothing else really happening. It's rainy out here, and I woke up feeling not too well because, or I don't know if it's because, but my hypothesis is that hold on, I'm gonna go into these two face powders from Lethal. So I went to bed last night and I was a little cold. So I put on a sweater. First of all, do you have any like nightgown or night shirt that's just like so ratty that you need to get rid of it, but you don't? I have one, and I don't like to go to sleep with much on, if anything at all. But this is the rattiest thing ever. So it's like a tank nightgown, dress, shirt, whatever, super short. But somehow there was like a tear right here, and the tear has like expanded. So like half my boob is about to fall out, and I'm just like, oh, it's so comfortable. But today I decided I need to throw it away. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's turning into a scrap of fabric. But I feel like my family does that. Like, I remember long ago, my sister was in her, maybe it was like her first apartment. And so I would always go over there, you know, because she would make breakfast on Saturday mornings and do my hair. And it was like American breakfast, right? Because, you know, my Caribbean parents weren't like making omelets and stuff. And there was one time where we were in her apartment and we were asleep. Remember, it was like one of those apartments that had the pull down bed from the wall, I think. So we were sleeping on that, and we hear something at the door, right? And I don't know why, but we figured out it was the landlord, like, coming in. And I don't know if he didn't let her know or whatever it was, but he shouldn't have been coming up in the apartment like that, right? So my sister pops up out of bed, and she goes and she like flings the door open, and the landlord is just looking at her wide-eyed, right? And the main reason was because of what she had on or did not have on. So she had on this like knit sweater, but it was coming apart at the top. Mind you, the sweater probably went to maybe her waist, or maybe like the top of her hips. Yeah, top of her hips, not her waist. The waist is up here. And like, you know when something is like knit with yarn and it starts to come apart, like it's just like the strings of yarn or whatever. Oops, go away. So literally, and I remember it was green. Like, and my sister has big boobs also, and just everything was out with this like strips. When I tell you that landlord got a show that he was not prepared for. Also because she's like yelling and stuff. He didn't know what to do with himself. I feel when she closed the door, she was cracking up because, honey, he got a show. But it was also like, WTF, dude. And my dad wears his shoes until you can't wear the shoes no more. So I feel like we all have our little things where we're like, I'm never getting rid of it. But I was like, when I got up this morning, I was like, this don't make no daggone sense. I need to go ahead and take this and put it in the trash. I'm going to go in with my Tom Ford foundation stick in the shade Dusk 11. Oh, you guys, so there is a solar eclipse on the 8th, on Monday. I found out from Jan, and so I got my eclipse glasses. Now, it seems like you can go online and look at where you can put in your zip code and it'll tell you like at what time you'll be able to like experience the eclipse. Please make sure you have like eclipse glasses or the little box thing where you can look through or whatever. So in certain places, like they tell you what percentage of the eclipse that you'll be able to see. I think the further north you go, I guess like northeast, they'll experience the full eclipse. It's so cool. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I want to see the full thing. So I think in my area, we'll get like 80% of it maybe. I put on my calendar at what time. I think it's like between like somewhere between 1 and 3. So I was like, I am unavailable at that time because I'm gonna have my glasses on and I'll be looking up at the eclipse. So let me know if you plan to. Do animals need like eclipse glasses? Probably not, right? I'm gonna be like that lady who took that what she thought was a baby hedgehog into the vet and it turned out to be a pom-pom. Y'all gonna see me in the news like, woman tries to put solar eclipse glasses on cat. Fight breaks out. Why do cats be sitting there staring at you? Sometimes Rose is staring at me and I'm like, it's real uncomfortable that you're doing that. Like, what are they doing? Why are you staring at me? It's uncomfortable. Like, why are you doing that? Stop it. Oh, I forgot. So I'm going to use my matchsticks from Fenty. I'm just going to use this one named Espresso. Everything's gonna be real casual today. Do you put out your clothes for work like the night before? I tend to, especially when I'm coming into the office, but sometimes I end up wearing the complete opposite of what, or like a completely different outfit, which is what happened today. I was gonna wear black pants and like this blue patterned shirt with these black pumps that I keep here in my office, and I have not, like, none of that on. I have on this shirt, jeans, and these boots. So yeah, definitely not what I had planned to wear, but here we are. Okay, I want to set my makeup, and I'm gonna go in with this mini La Mercier. I think the Sephora sale is coming up, isn't it? If you could call it a sale. I don't know if there's anything I really need to buy. I might buy a new Givenchy powder. Or maybe not. There's probably going to be a better sale that I can wait for. So I'm not out of it just yet. I wish that they had a mini in the shade 6. I use the deepest shade, but they don't. They only have up to 5. I should email the company, because I don't think that makes any sense. Like, they're probably like, no one purchases it. Well, I want to. I want to purchase that one. I'm going back in with my lethal face powders. I don't see anybody using these. I feel like I also just don't see as many people using Lethal. I like their stuff. And then Fenty mascara. Did I finish the story about waking up not feeling well? So, yeah, I had on the fabric that was supposed to be a nightgown. And since it was a little chilly, I put on like a little sweater. One of those sweaters that I just wear around the house, you know. And then, of course, I had my bonnet on. Anybody else sleep with a bonnet? I know you do. And then I had a blanket on top of me. And it's a fairly, like, it's a heavier blanket. And then on top of that, I had, like, this lighter blanket that Jan made me buy. And I had forgotten to turn down or off the thermostat. I woke up and I was just like, am I in a sauna? I was so hot, and I was like, I don't think this is a hot flash. It's not perimenopause stuff, at least not tonight. And so what did I do? I like threw the covers off. So then it was like I went from blazing hot to like super cold. And then when I woke up, I was like, why am I sniffling? Like, so I don't know if it's allergies per se, or just like a bad combination of foolishness and thermostat. And then when I finally went downstairs, because what I like to do, that's why I messed up today. Usually what I like to do is get ready, and then, especially when I'm going into the office, get ready and then go downstairs and feed Miss Rose. But I actually learned to stop doing that and just get up and feed her, then go back upstairs and get myself ready, because if not, she's just gonna get on my nerves. And so when I went downstairs, I was like, why is it like 70 something degrees in here? I was like, that's why I feel like I'm literally baking and sitting on the surface of the sun. This is a Makeup Forever powder foundation. So here is the finished look. Really simple, very profesh. I thought I brought a gloss, but I don't see it, so I guess I didn't. Anyway, hopefully you were getting ready with me, and hopefully you're also ready, because we have work to do. Anyways, I hope some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you're continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you liked the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.